Oh no. Am I keeping that? I guess I will. Because sometimes in life, you make mistakes. Didn't miss that one. So, I'm going to be eating nothing but these beautiful uvas. This one's a bit decrepit, but I've been suckling on it for a couple minutes now. I'm going to try not to eat throughout this entire video. So why am I doing this? It's a good question. I'm doing this because for many years, most of my life, honestly, I've had health struggles, and in these past 5-ish years, they've really reached their peak potential of fucking my life up. So I've taken it upon myself to do something about it. A lot of people have probably heard of water fasting. It's become a reasonably popular trend to intermittent dry fast, or intermittent fast in general, which is where you eat in like an 8-hour window, and the rest of it you don't eat. The problem with that is that people are eating really congesting, sick foods, and so pretty much all you're doing is slightly nullifying the crappy food you ate. You're not really making any physical progress. You might lose some weight, but that's pretty much only because you're not eating as much food anymore. And I don't know, if you're going to restrict yourself, you might as well get some results out of it. Come on. Don't get in the race unless you got the calves, baby. So, I'm already breaking my rule. So, so it's almost like a water fast, except instead of using water, you're using the water. You're also allowed to drink water. We're using the hydration and the energy of grapes, as opposed to just using water. And so what is the benefit of this? Well, first of all, you get to eat something. Grapes are flippin' delicious and beautiful, and there's a reason that they're so prized. And you see, emperors getting fed grapes by their mistresses, and why grapes have a wide history in our culture. It's not just from wine. They were used because of the energy potential they hold. I also believe they have the highest mineral content of monatomic gold, which is the most conductive mineral really in this plane of existence, as far as I know. And there's just a lot of, I'm not the first person to make a video like this. There are many videos online of people doing these fasts. Why am I special? Just look at me, come on. I don't know, I think I'm probably the youngest. I'm 21, and I have been playing with my health for a year and a half, and I have completely healed my chronic IBS, panic attacks, and a lot of other issues that I've just had. My body pretty much completely shut down. I'm sure most of the people watching this are familiar with who I've gotten these ideas from. What I'd been doing in that year and a half is largely following a fruitarian, raw vegan lifestyle for periods of time, weeks or months, and then I'd have a break with some cooked food. But since I was around 18, I've been eating an organic, whole food, plant-based diet. Or just like a healthy vegan diet, which is less mouthy and pretentious sounding, but whatever. And the point, so Dr. Robert Morse is who I'm getting these ideas from. He's uh, the OG shaman healer of the 21st century, as far as I'm concerned. And I've grandly benefited from following his protocols. He considers the grape fast to be one of the most powerful forms of healing, and it really is. It just makes sense in a way. I mean, why grapes in particular do so well? I mean, I just gave you one reason I think it might be. They're also incredibly high in antioxidants. The darker color the grapes, the better, unfortunately. Red grapes are pretty much the only one that I can get. I got these for $3.99 for 2.5 pounds at Aldi. Our German friends, which is seriously like the best deal you can get. They're organic. You have to get organic. Grapes are sprayed to all hell. Why? I don't know. And seeded would be preferred, but they're just not widely available. For me, at least, if they're organic seeded dark grapes around you and you can afford them, you're probably gonna have a much more successful experience. But yeah, so it's all about moving the lymphatic system. It's an enormous system that you can read about pretty easily. It's very well documented. For some reason, they can't understand the connection that it has towards cancers or diseases in general. They know it cleans the blood, but they don't understand how the lymph could be what you're feeling when you're feeling terrible. Fibromyalgia, arthritis, all these different things. It's all interconnected, and you have eliminative organs that rid you of this stuff. I mean, your skin is a big one, and that's why people are having chronic acne and all this other crap. I had chronic acne. I had horrible acne all over my face and my back, which, I don't know if you can see, is completely gone, except I have tons and tons of scarring. And I think I probably scarred my skin even more with all the salicylic acid or whatever the hell else that stuff was called, by covering all this crap over me. And the main reason I got sick in the first place, even though it probably would have happened anyway, was I took about 4 rounds of antibiotics. I believe they were amoxicillin, and immediately after that, a couple days later, I started getting chronic panic attacks that lasted many years. And the exact same thing happened to a friend's sister of mine. Even though I told her not to take them, she took them anyway. Panic attacks the next day. They're not addressing anything. Alright? If you think that the reason you're having a flu is because of a tiny viral, or if you think that you think that you're going to cure an infection by killing your entire immune system, killing the bacteria in your intestine and inside your lymph nodes, that's addressing the problem in the first place, that signals your white blood cells, well, then you're retarded. And that's what all these doctors are thinking and telling you. Trust me when I tell you, all the medications that I took led me far, far farther down into Babylon, to bodily Babylon, than just eating natural foods and taking Dr. Morse's herbs. So you basically get yourself to a point where you just have to kind of go for it. I mean, I think that you have to prime your body a little bit before you can do a fast this long. My dad actually did a 25-day water fast. And when he finished the water fast, they actually largely, maybe like a few days after refeeding, I think they refed with raw juices, they started introducing cooked food again. And he kind of fell back into a normal vegan but not very healthy diet, and he had a stroke 2 years ago. And I mean, he didn't really have that hard of a time. He didn't really have very many issues that happened. Some, but he's fine for the most part. And so I do think that the water fast helped that and helped prime him for that event. But I do think that it's not strong enough, and also that you can't really just eat a certain way, do a long fast, eat a certain way again, and feel like you're going to have a very powerful impact on your health. At least that's not what I've seen. I've done long water fasts in 5 days. I've done a 2-week juice fast. And I just really think that you have to go as simply as possible. Your body thrives in simplicity. It's with fasting, your body is, you're not digesting. You are digesting one easily digestible food, and every other aspect of your body is going towards regeneration. Your body always wants to get itself back into a good place. I mean, you cut your arm and your body will heal it. It's the same thing internally, and I don't know why people are acting like it isn't. It is. And your body is constantly trying to get itself into that state, and that's why when you wake up, you have you cough up some stuff usually, you have crust in your eyes, you pee, and sometimes your pee smells funny, or you wake up and you expel or whatever, and you smell bad usually after, I'm pretty much saying after you go on a night out or whatever, but usually in the morning you have some kind of expelling that you're experiencing. Your body's always trying to expel. If you eat crap food 3 times a day, and intermediately you're drinking coffee or even worse, synthetic caffeine and Coke and energy drinks, you're drinking alcohol, putting all this chemical deodorant and shit, shampoo in your hair that's full of chemicals, you're loaded. What does a nicotine patch do? It's a patch that has nicotine in it. You put it on your skin, and it goes into the bloodstream. It's the same thing with the chemical makeup you're putting on your face, with the deodorant you're putting in the most porous part of your body. You're getting inundated with all this frickin' tricky shit, and you are getting very, very sick. And so, letting your body fast on the food that it was designed for, which is fruit, we have nearly identical internal ecosystems with chimpanzees and bonobo monkeys and most apes. And they eat bananas all day. I'm not going to make that whole argument, because I think you can find it. Watch Dr. Morse's videos, watch the Mangotarian. There's a million raw vegan and fruitarian bodybuilders even. It's hilarious. We're not meant for all this crazy food. Now, you can eat some of it sometimes. I'm not a strict raw foodist. I don't plan on eating only fruit for my entire life. I don't think you need to. I think you can. I think if you're trying to heal yourself, you should. I'm already making too long of a video. So, this is my first day. I ate an acai bowl this morning, but I'm counting this as my first day because that's still a raw fruit meal. And I'm going to try and do this until today is June 6th. I think there's 30 days in June. So, 24 days. 16, so I guess until July 16th. And I understand how most people probably won't be able to do this. I wouldn't recommend doing this right off the bat. I would try and go raw vegan. Even better than that. I mean, if you don't want to be a fruitarian for your entire life, don't waste time eating raw vegan. I mean, slow it down and slowly um, what's the word I'm looking for? Slowly adjust yourself to, especially if you're eating a standard American diet, slowly adjust yourself to vegan, to raw vegan, to fruitarian in like a 3-week period. And then go fruitarian, do long-term fasts, take Dr. Morse's herbs, take other people's herbs, I don't care. But I wouldn't waste your time with it because, at least in my experiencing, the physical benefits you have, just letting yourself get rid of all this shit that's stuck in you. And you look at people with kidney stones with impacted bowels and valves. Look at, cholesterol plaquing, all this crap in your body. It's there for a reason. You put it in there, so you gotta get it out. And we're not gonna have like a mellow society if we have all these chemicals in our brain, all these chemicals in our body, like obstructing our tissues, obstructing our neurotransmitters. Why do you think we have all these problems? We created them ourselves. And I know it kind of seems incredibly daunting, incredibly foreign of an idea, and it's just scary to learn that a lot of the things you've been told aren't true, and that there are people out there with a vested interest to keep you down. What are you going to do? Can't do anything. There we go. You can't do anything but beat them at their own game, or just do your best, and it's not that hard, really. I mean, you're going to go through some motions, especially if you have emotional problems like me. I'm a very fragile boy. But it is the truth. You can't suppress, you can't cure a physical issue with a chemical. You can't really cure a chemical issue with a chemical, because a lot of these issues have been caused by the similar compounds to what you're flooding your body with all these medications or whatever. So, I guess I'm technically not advising anyone to do this, but if I were you, I would do it. Especially because grape season does not last much longer. It's I think it's around right now until the end of September. And then just tastes really good. I don't know. I guess I've tried to do a lot of different fruit fasts, and I could never do them. I always just hated the fruit that I was eating by the second day. But grapes are just really easy for me. Maybe they won't be for you. Try different fruit, but grapes are, at least from what we've, as a community, recorded, probably one of the strongest fruits there are in terms of moving the lymphatic system, moving all this waste that you're seeing come out of your face or whatever. It's one of the strongest things to pull that out. So, I understand this is a long video. I wanted it to be shorter. I would like it to get popular, so people have another scope, I just want to saturate the market, baby. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for as long as I possibly can, and ideally, a lot of my issues will go away. Don't expect, you're curing yourself as much as the food is. You can't really, just letting yourself do this is showing a power within you that a lot of people around me think that it's something they could never do. So pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, pushing yourself into a powerful experience is already showing a power within you that isn't really due to the food. I don't know. There needs to be other alternatives. No one's really healing from these antidepressants, from these benzos, from these medications. We have a third of America's population has been on psychoactive medications at least once. I've been on them, and they're hell. So, and I think all of these school shooters are on them too. So there is a cure to depression. There is a cure to everything, pretty much. And it's your body being shut down by all of these chemicals, all of these acidic foods, all of this terrible crap that no one in the history of time, until right now, until this generation, has consumed. And you have to get it out. The body wants to heal. It's always trying to heal. So just let it heal. Okay. So hopefully this bodes well. I'm not going to update daily. I might update every week. I don't know. I think it's a 6-week thing. But if anyone is attempting this or attempting a long-term fast, hopefully they can find this video and or find some of the other videos I'm going to make and have a better understanding about how this is going to go. Some people might think that a 40-day grape fast would kill someone, which I'm going to obviously disprove. So, or I won't, and this will be the last one you see. So, if I don't see ya, I'm probably dead. I caught that one. Alright.